All right.
Oh, sorry. I'm on. Oh, that ain't nothing. Okay.
All right, Shalom. Before we start, we're going to give all praises to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Rakakodash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all the Akim, walk them, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. All right, this video is going to be based off something the Akim here was talking about after camp yesterday, in which basically, because right now we're at the end times, this is, you know, Lord willing, we're out of here very, very soon, like within the next year, next coming months, shit, soon. But basically, this life that we're living right now is basically, this is one of our most important lives, because dealing with the scriptures, you know, we know that there is reincarnation, but now we're alive here at the final times, and the Most High has given us the time to, He's given us the gate, the opportunity to do His will. All right, so this basically, take advantage of this life that the Lord has given you. In our past lives, you could have been all sorts of wicked. You could have been doing this. You could have been doing that. But here in this final life, if you're in this truth right now, the Most High blessed you to be able to get right before these gates get slammed closed. So, hey, do what you got to do. You got something?
Yes. This is Hebrews 11 and 38. Of whom the world was not worthy, they wander in deserts and in mountains and in dens and in caves of the earth. These all, having obtained a good report through faith, received not the promise. So back then they didn't receive the promise. The prophets that were alive didn't receive the promise of the kingdom. They didn't receive the return of Yahushua. But in this life, we're gonna receive that. Lord, will we be the prophets of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua? And
oh no, I was gonna say, remember what we said yesterday? We was talking. The men right now, Lord, when we're part of that elect, we're never gonna have to get old.
yeah, oh yeah.
We ain't gonna be no 70 years old. The brothers that's in this now, man, this gonna be our cap, man. This might be the oldest we never got, man.
Yeah, I ain't getting 50 in this place.
I
ain't never gonna be this brother's age right here.
Hey, you told me that. I said, damn, you right, brother.
I ain't never gonna be that brother's age in this kingdom, man. And that's a blessing, man. But back then, they never received it. I would reach this brother's age back then, and he'd be older than me.
He died and kept coming back.
And in
captivity, from captivity to captivity, sorrow, pain. This shit is about to be done with, man. Yeah. We're at the times that Edris wanted to be living in. We're at when he was like, man, can't you speed this shit up? We're at the times that Edris wanted to be at. We're like the apostles be saying it. Khan. Well, that's somewhere. Right. That's what I got.
Yeah.
I got something. All right, we like the apostles say, it's a time to be alive. This is exciting times. You got it on.
Look, Yahushua said, he said, lift up your head for your salvation draws nigh. We're in those times that Yahushua was speaking about. We're not supposed to be in no fucking bugged out ass, weak ass spirit in this place, man. Because we're at the end. We're actually going to see what all the prophets before wanted to see: the downfall of their enemies, the downfall of this nation, the downfall of everything.
The restoration of Israel, us finally getting back right with the Most High and His Son.
The rebuilding, the rebuilding of the tabernacles of David, man.
The rededication.
Yeah. Then y'all got it. Oh no, I got it right here. This is Luke 21 and 27. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with power and great glory. The men of the ancient world never seen that, man. They didn't see Yahushua returning with the clouds and great glory. Yeah, there was chariots and everything like that, but there wasn't a mass salvation of Israel through chariots, man. That never happened in the ancient world. Yahushua died, rose again, and then left. And they wanted Yahushua to destroy the Romans right then, but he left. And they died through their lifetime and came back.
That's what you got?
Huh?
Nope, you got slot. No.
They died and came back in their lifetime. But now this is the greatest time to be alive, because they're going to receive the promise they've so long been waiting for. The prophets have been waiting for this promise since the beginning of the time.
Right.
This verse 28. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for redemption, for your redemption draws nigh. So, and he spake to them a parable. Behold, the fig tree and all the trees, when they shoot forth, ye see and know of your own selves that summer is now nigh at hand. And through all the keep going. So likewise ye, when ye see this thing come to pass, know ye that the kingdom of Yahweh is nigh at hand. And that's something the prophets didn't have back then, man. The kingdom of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua was afar off back then. It wasn't established. That's why that's why James went off in Acts, things like Acts 15, because they thought they were building up the tabernacle of David back then. But now we're building up the tabernacle of David, because the northern tribe wasn't over in that land at that time. The bulk of the northern tribe was over here in America. So that's why James went off in that sense, because the tabernacle of David is being built up right now. It's being built up as we speak through the southern tribe and the northern tribe, through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, and then we're all going to be delivered at the end of it. Lord, will we be a part of the elect? The elect is going to be delivered.
You can get yours, cuz.
Yeah. So
Motherfucker.
what Peter asked Yahushua 2,000 years ago.
Acts 1 and 6.
This. Oh no.
Oh, it's slot.
But you can get it.
I got it.
I'm right. I got it.
I'm already here.
Okay, good.
This is Acts 1 and verse 6. When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom of Israel? And he said unto them, it is not for you to know the time or the season which the Father hath put in his power.
So he basically told him no.
It told him it wasn't happening right
He said
then.
not yet. That's in the times that we're living in now. These are the times of him coming to restore the kingdom. And we know through the prophecies, through the signs, man. These are the best times to be living in, and we've been graced to know this truth.
Yeah.
That's why brothers we have to do this work. We have to fast. We got to pray. We're at the end of this world, man. We at the final fucking stretch of shit we've been waiting on since the ancient world. Lord willing, we be some of those apostles that was with Yahushua HaMashiach, asking him, is this the time? Is this the time? And now we finally here. Man, you got it, right?
Okay, Khan. This is about to take place soon, because 2,000 years ago, Peter asked our Savior Yahushua, well, when will what are we going to receive for forsaking, everything they had? This is St. Matthew's chapter 19 and verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And every one that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. So that's what's about to take place now. So them having faith and holding on and waiting, now it's about to come to pass, man. They're about to receive their reward. Okay?
Salat. I got this scripture real quick. Daniel chapter 12, verse. I'm just go straight to it. 13. This is what the Most High said to Daniel. He said, "But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in the lot at the end of thy days." So the Most High basically told Daniel, you're going to die and you're going to come back in the end of thy days, and you're going to do what? You're going to stand in your lot. You're going to prophesy. You're going to be a a wise man in the nation of Israel, like he was back then. All right, that's you look in the book of Susanna. All right, he popped up at a young age, showing his wisdom throughout the nation. All right, and Lord willing, Daniel is around here somewhere pushing his word fervently. All right, and that's what we are to do. Now that we're finally here, we're at the time that we've been crying for these last however 1,000 years. We got to do what we got to do. All right, shoot, that's
supposed to be going hard.
Con.
You know,
Revelation. Now, you got something else?
Con, real quick.
You got something else? Where he said the same thing to John the Revelator. Con, you got it. Is it 10 or something?
It's 10.
Con, because he said the same thing to John.
Yep.
All right, we're so close to the. If we actually knew the exact time period of how close we were to the end, we probably, man, we'd be on some crazy shit.
And brothers who lukewarm would be on fire.
Con, yeah, con.
We actually knew in 2 weeks, in 6 hours, and brothers, they would be on super fire for this, man. You know?
This is Revelation 10 and 10, and I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter. So that's how the scriptures are. Sometimes it's sweet and then it gets bitter. But I had a quick precept. This is Ezekiel 3:1. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel. So we're supposed to eat this roll, and whatever we find in it, we're supposed to proclaim it unto the house of Israel. And that's what the angel told John, that he's going to do it again. Because John didn't prophesy. Well, I'll just read it. This is Revelation 10:11. And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many people and nations and tongues and kings. So he said you must prophesy again. John died. Wherever he died of an old age or wherever he didn't prophesy unto people, a lot of people and kings and nations and tongues and kings, because John the Revelator died.
He had to come back.
Yep, he had to come back. That's why this is the greatest time to be alive, man.
This is our most important life.
Because this is when Revelation, this is when Wisdom of Solomon 5 is going to be enacted, man. The prophecy of the strangeness of our salvation. That's when this is going to happen. That didn't happen back then. Yeah, we got delivered out of Egypt. That was one great deliverance, but we ended up back in captivity, which we're in this captivity now, and we must be delivered once again. And the only way we're going to be delivered is through believing in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua.
You got something?
Yeah, this is our final captivity. This is the seventh and final captivity. Okay? Yeah, that's the shit. So, we're supposed to be going hard for this, man. This 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 58.
I was going to grab that.
Okay, and it reads, you can break it down. Therefore, Bible Shah, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast.
But read up.
Oh, okay.
Because none of that has happened. We didn't get delivered in the twinkling of an eye. All that.
Okay, kind. This is let me see. Okay, I'll start at. You want to start at 51? Okay, kind. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 51. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed.
Meaning we now all gonna die. We now all gonna die, man.
Some brothers gonna be martyrs, but not all.
Yep.
Verse 52. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump.
Which that has not happened yet. The last trump has not went off. Which that last trump is gonna be them nuclear missiles being shot off in the atmosphere and hitting this earth, man. That hasn't happened yet. That's why these are all prophecies, because Paul wasn't delivered Paul died. He died. He got beheaded. He wasn't delivered in the last trump yet. He didn't get beamed up in a chariot and never had to come back here again.
Right.
And the Romans were taken down, and Esau never ruled again.
Right.
No, he kept coming back. Kept coming back in the reincarnation, living out of life. Maybe he at the next life, maybe he's just a regular Jake, still was righteous in the spirit, just wasn't prophesying because the prophets went away, man. Because all the prophets died back then, but they kept coming back. They still went through slavery. Prophets went through slavery during the transatlantic slave trade. They just kept coming back, living their lives, man. Until this captivity now, where Yahweh Shem Yahushua is raising up his prophets like sleeper cells. He's letting them just do what he was letting his prophets just. They were just living their lives until now, man. They woke up to the truth.
Yeah, and just like that, something a word was said, and each one of us woke up like, what the?
Came back to our remembrance.
Start like you just one word. Just, you just
like with the Matrix.
Start looking at the world all different and shit. Just like
when Neo got pulled out the Matrix, that nigga was so deep. Everybody was so deep sleep in that thing, but then they come pull that thing out your mouth. That nigga leaped up, started pulling cords off of him, fell out the thing. He's like, what the hell? That's what we's being. What's it say? I shall put thee in remembrance, though ye once knew this.
Because we didn't know it during the Dark Ages.
Hold up.
We were still prophets were alive during the Dark Ages. They just weren't called prophets.
Yeah.
They were just.
Kyle hear it.
yeah. The fuck. Because that during the elect wasn't just in the spirit world chilling. No one can stay in this just chilling in the spirit world. They have to come back and live their lives out like people. Not speaking of Yahushua, because Yahushua is dwelling in the spirit world on the right-hand side of the Most High. But we had to keep coming back. We had to keep coming back, living out our lives, and just doing whatever the Lord told us to do until we woke up. Shit, me and I yesterday, we was walking to the bathroom, and we was just like, these people, what the fuck, man? They're literally in a matrix. They're literally just completely gone. You just walk. It's like we're just walking in a bunch of dead bodies. There's just a bunch of dead corpses are just walking next to us, and we're the only ones with the light. Yeah, you got it.
Okay. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. We're going to get those new bodies. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass.
Then, because it hasn't happened yet.
That's right.
We're still mortals. We're all mortal men. We're still in this flesh. We haven't put on the whole incorruption, man. But yeah, we're working and working out our own salvation through fear and trembling, but we're still in these mortal bodies. We're still in the flesh. We're not in those heavenly and spiritual bodies where it's completely incorruptible, perfect. We're still in this flesh.
Okay, Con. Then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory.
And that was all. Isaiah was the one who prophesied that.
Mm-hmm.
But that never happened yet. That didn't happen during the time of Isaiah. Death wasn't swallowed up in victory during the time of Isaiah. But in these days, man, in these days through the Lord Yahushua, death is going to be swallowed up in victory, through victory. Because we're never going to have to die again.
God. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law.
And we still sin.
But thanks be to the Heavenly Father, which giveth us the victory through our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach.
Yeah, because he got the victory, man. We're following after his footsteps. Because that's why Yahushua sat at the right hand side of the Most High. Because he got the victory. We haven't got the victory yet. We still have to go out day to day through our life, man, to receive that victory through Yahushua when he returns and gives us that salvation.
Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord.
So make use of this life that the Lord then gave you.
Right.
Make use of the brain that divides us from the animals.
You got a
that the Most
brain,
High
don't
gave
you?
us, Yeah.
God gave you a brain, didn't he? Use it.
You got some up?
No.
All right, I got this. Second Esdras 7 and 41. This is the account of Esdras. It says, even so now corruption is grown up and wickedness increased and righteousness, and the righteous have prayed for the ungodly. Wherefore shall it not be so now also? He answered me and said, this present life is not the end where much glory doth abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak. So Esdras he's basically asking them questions. You know, when is it going to come to a close? Verse 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past. Intemperancy is at an end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. And this is what is going to be at the end days, when it says, but the day of doom shall be at the end of this time. That's what links up with what? Amos, a day of darkness.
Yep.
He told him what? It's not yet. He said it's for to come. Verse 45. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that hath gotten the victory. So we still have the spot that we're at now. We're close to the end. All right, we're at the spot that Esdras was dreaming about. All right, we're at the spot that all the prophets wish that they were in. All right, now is the darkness about to come down upon all these fucking. I don't even know what to call these people no more, man. Fucking mole rats,
Word,
underground creatures, man.
Esdras said they are worse than beasts.
Khan,
So that's
we're at the time of the
scorpions,
end.
yeah.
All right, so while we're here, we gotta make use of it. Do what you gotta do. You got another one?
Oh no.
Okay, Khan.
What you hope?
Yeah, look.
You want both?
Oh no, I'm still holding that. I
Oh,
just had
Corinthians.
my-
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
got it.
Khan, you know, so we hope this is another edifying lesson. All right, make use of this, the final hours, you know, before shit gets serious out here and we're not able to prophesy anymore.
That's right.
All right, so with that, we're going to give all praises to
To
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'akadash, the honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all like Akim, Wakwathim, learning and teaching of truth and sincerity. With that, we're going to say Shalom.
Shalom. I claimed that as soon as I see it.